Hey guys, it's Burgers here, and in this video I'm going to rank all of my legendary heroes. So I hope like this just give you some overview and some opinion over some of the heroes, since I'm going to explain why specific hero I put on specific place and what is the good side and bad side of this hero. So I'm going to start, of course, with the last place, and the last place is going for Orim. Now, Orim is one of the heroes that is defender. First of all, let me show you all of my defenders. Orim, this is Ashor, also Broker. I have Broker. I have Regulus. I have Theodore, and basically that is my, I think it's like 5 defenders. I'm happy that I don't get a lot of a lot of defenders, since I think people should have like 2 or 3 defenders in general, just for their progression in the game. So yeah, on the last place is Urim. Why I put him on the last place is basically this is very aggressive defender, and by aggressive I mean he almost don't have any defense buffs, so it's going to be very easy target to be killed, and like this you cannot actually count on this hero that much. Also, he's from this fraction, he's from the Infernos, and Infernos is something related to the word you have, for example Twin Field or maybe Pyros, that is going to increase the penetration, critical rate, critical damage, and so on. Now, if I go over the, maybe the ultimate is one of the most important parts from this hero. Basically on any hero is increasing the attack range. During the skill effect the hero deals some damage, inflict burn and stuff like this, but in general you cannot count this hero can survive that much, so that's why it's on the place number 5. Now, there is a good things this hero is providing, and maybe the best one is this one. When deployed, get critical rate and grants all allies critical damage that can be extra 20%. This is the only thing that I think is having some kind of value in this hero to actually go for him and use him. From the talents, since we're going to also check the talents is very important. Also, increase critical rate by 15%, every 5 critical hits, 1 basic attack, blah blah blah. Hammer smash deals 150 damage. So basically it's very aggressive defender, and the way I'm going to rank these defenders is, first of all, is this defender is going to survive. If I need somebody to do a damage, I'm going to go for fighters, and I don't like defenders that is doing damage. So yeah, this is the way I'm going to rank my heroes. So Urim, sorry my friend, but you're on the place number 5. On the next place, I'm going to go with one hero that, even though I'm from the Nightmare faction, I mean, I'm not personally from Nightmare faction, but I built my team around the Nightmare faction. I didn't level Ashor. Now, this guy have one idea better status from Orim. So from skills is, again, this is also aggressive spell, that's why it's on the place number 4. Each strike casts 120 damage to 5 enemies. You also have splash, which is nice. When skill end removes the hammer heated state, so this hero is around the heated state. Damage scales of the defense: when Iron Hammer is hit state, attack has 20% chance to inflict stun. So I can actually count stunning as some kind of defense mechanic, since when you stun your enemy, he's not going to do any kind of damage to you. So stun is something that I'm going to count as a good defensive spell. Now, if we check the rest of the spells, is attack 1 damage, blah blah blah. The important one is the second one. Each attack increase defense by 1%. Up can get 10 stacks, so in general 10 defense. So both of these two heroes, this one, okay, this one is not for the defense, but this one is a defense defender. There is two types of defenders. One is for the defense, one is for the HP. Great example for this is, for example, Uagwe. I'm not going to put him in this rank list since he's epic, but for me, it's one of the best tanks in the game. And especially this spell here, every 11 seconds getting 85% of maximum HP. So you guess it right, this hero should be stacked on HP, this one should be stacked on defense. So yeah, this spell is going to get 10%, basically 10 stacks, and is going to get 10% defense and 10% more damage when the ultimate is triggered. No, is when it's in the heated state. So yeah, still we have some defense here, and since this hero is going to be built on the defense, I think this is pretty nice, and that's why it's on the place number 4. Now the last one is, how to say it, boosting the ally. When Temporal Strikes is activated, basically the ultimate, every strike will apply buff to one random ally with 3 tails, and is going to give some shield. Applies a shield equals to 100% of the hero defense for 10 seconds, and heated state is going to apply damage increase, which is 10% more damage for the ally he's going to select. It's on random, so random ally. So I don't know, I have mixed feelings about this. The buff that Urim have is way better, getting critical damage to everybody, but still I'm going to give here the points for the Ashore, just because he's having one idea better survivability. Still very aggressive hero, but have one idea better survivability. Now on the place number 3, I'm going to put my Torodor. Now maybe people is going to get shocked here, but yeah, even though that he's a ward, and his ward spell is decent one, 20% chance to land an extra hit. I put him on the place number 3 for couple reasons. The first is applying this defense reduction. I think this is huge, and since I'm using the Nightmare fraction as a main fraction, that I'm going for guild boss, I'm going for gold experience, most of the rights where I can use my ground units, I'm going there. But this 20% defense down is huge. Defense reduction is huge, and it's basically with every hit. Each attack inflict defense reduction for 5 seconds, so it's basically permanent defense reduction, and I can say huge thumbs up for this. Additionally, when Theodore is deployed or revived, increase his attack and defense by 20% for 15 seconds. Now this is not for the whole battle, but it's a good boost. It's a good boost since you can place him on situation when you need somebody to hold for a couple seconds. And we're going to go also for resurrection, and this is one of the main things that I actually put him on the place number 3. Now I'm not going to go over the ward skill since I cannot actually put him on the map and still get the ward skill. This is not the important part from the hero, the spells are important. Now the ultimate is aggressive, and yeah, I cannot actually put any kind of points for Turodor just because of this ultimate. Now attack speed, good, some damage deal by 80%, blah blah blah. But yeah, we're looking for defenders, we're looking for somebody who is going to survive. And so far the only thing I see good for defense is this getting 20% defense for 15 seconds. Now here the next one is again some each attack, some attack boost, 20% chance to launch AoE attack, and when Health Burn is activated, trigger the chance increase, blah blah blah. Again, it's attacking one, but this one revives after the first death in battle, restoring 50% HP and 60% rage. This effect can only be triggered one time per deployment. Now this is the main thing that is actually making me putting Torodor on the place number 3. Now the previous one, Ashore, is having actually some defense increase with each attack, can stack 10 times, and also getting 10% defense when it's in the heated state. But one time this guy die, it's over. So that's why I put Theodore on the place number 3, just because of the revive, and also when the target die, when Theodore is deployed or revived, increase his attack and defense. So the moment he get revived, he's going to have this extra 20% defense for 15 seconds. Also, is going to be revived with 50% HP and 60% rage. Now the rage, we don't care about this, but yeah, definitely the HP is going to give the time for the healer at least to heal him. So yeah, this is my opinion over the Theodore. I know Sword is one of my favorite heroes, especially for this defense reduction, which I can actually give him some points. So far, all the heroes is giving some kind of buff to their allies, and this is the buff for the enemy, especially for the guild boss, having Arrogance, having Zilito, having Valeria, having all these heroes that is doing physical damage is going to boost by a lot. I take out one time Theodore from the guild boss and the result was horrible. So yeah, this is on the place number 3. Now, there is a place number 1 and 2. The battle is going to be between Regulus and a Broker, both of these two heroes. Now, on the place number 4, I'm going to put Regulus, but I'm not going to count the Awakening, since I want to be I want to compare the heroes, since you may have Regulus and Broker, no one awakened. You may have Broker one time awakened, for example, and you don't have any awakening over your Regulus. So I'm not going to go over the awakening. Just if you have these two heroes, since to get a duplicate of a legendary hero, it's not an easy task. So first thing is this guy actually have preventing death like a Turodor. When Regulus HP drop below 10%, he summon Holy Shield and become immune to all damage for 12 seconds, up to 1 time per deployment. This is absolutely the same what we see. Okay, it's not absolutely the same. Torodor is dying, but this guy is going to be immune for 12 seconds. This should actually give chance for the healers. If your healer get the rage enough to do a massive healing to make Regulus survive. That's why this is covering the Torodor revive. Now the next, of course, not everything here is actually now. Yeah, this is maxed. The effect duration is increased, but yeah, this spell is a very good one. For every 13 instances of damage taken, inflict stun to all blocked targets dealing some damage. This effect can be triggered one time every 10 seconds. Now stun, again, I'm going to count it as a good defense, since by stunning the enemy is not going to hit you. And yeah, this is something that is for defense in general. So huge thumbs up on this spell that Regulus is having. Already is close to Torodor, because Torodor is having this 20% attack and defense for 15 seconds after he's deployed and after he's revived. Now this is normal. The attack increased the defense by 5% for every one enemy blocked. Again, this is a huge. In general, I think they block like 3 people. The defenders block, yeah, is 3 people. So in total, he's going to receive 15% more defense. Now, if you have some artifacts that add some extra heroes that can be blocked, maybe this one was one of them. No, I don't remember which one was. Yeah, for example, this one increased block by 1. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. Yeah, you see it. Increase block by 1, so here the defense can actually jump to extra 5%. So in total is 20%. So right here, Regulus is actually overcome Theodore and is becoming better from Theodore as a defender. It's important here. We're not looking the defender that is doing Zilito damage or hex damage or whatever. And finally, the ultimate increased Regulus maximum HP by 45% when sharing 40% of the damage due to allies surrounding him for 12 seconds. Now, of course, this can be increased depending which level is this ultimate. So already he's two spells ahead from the true door. That's why he's on the place number 2. Maximum HP increased by 5% and blah blah blah. This is if you level these spells. Now there's awakening here when morale is activated. Inflict defense increase on allies in range is like 10% extra defense, but again, we're not going to count this thing since you can have some other hero awakened and this may actually switch the positions. But in general, I think Regulus, all the spells he is having is for defense, stunning, immune, extra defense, and of course increasing the HP by 45%. The good thing about this thing, about the ultimate, the moral, is you can trigger this every time you need it. This is important. And on the first place, I'm going to put Broker. Now, Broker, just to mention, Regulus was not having any talents. So yeah, why Broker? I'm going to start with the talents. Reduce adjusted alias damage taken by 10% if the hero is infected with freeze. The reduction damage is 30%. So this guy is giving also reduction damage to the allies. This is very important, especially in situation when he's not the only one get hit. For example, you're in the place where there is a ground unit but also there is a flying unit, or whatever place you are. Broker is going to give you this extra damage taken, reducing the damage taken, and this is only from the talents. And when he's freeze is going to be at 30%, which is huge. Now, jumping over the spells, the first one is when receiving fatal damage for the first time, the hero get freeze and become immune to all damage for 12 seconds. This is, I can actually compare to the Regulus, is basically same. It's same. Where is Regulus, by the way? I think it's little up. Yeah, this spell here is immune, 1 per deployment, and also this one is 1 per deployment when receive fatal damage for the first time. It's basically 1 time per deployment. The hero get freeze and become immune to all damage. So the second one is receiving damage has 11% chance to inflict freeze to 2 enemies in range. If the hero has freeze, the chance will be increased by 20%. This is something like the stun that Regulus is having. For every something he is inflicting stun but also doing some extra damage. So this is huge thumbs up for this one. And this one is not giving nothing in general. So here there is a point for the Regulus, but here I'm going to give point for the Broker since it's 2 enemies in range. Also the chance is increased. I don't remember if this one have a chance. No, it's some kind of instances. So yeah, I'm going to give point for Broker on this one and point for Regulus on this one. Even though this is a better in general. Regulus is way better with this 15% more defense. But the ultimate of the Broker is, yeah, okay. Here I'm going to give points to the Regulus and Broker. Here I'm going to give point only for the Regulus. Since it's 15% more defense, can up even to 12 or 20%. And if block 2 targets, I think there is artifact that can add 2 more targets. This is going to be like 25%. So yeah, I'm going to give Regulus here. But I'm going to give point for the Broker over this talent. I think this talent is huge. but I don't want to give like 2 points for this talent. And finally, the ultimate, get freeze and shield equals to 90% of the maximum HP. During the effect of freeze, the freeze effect will disappear within the shield. So on one side, Regulus is getting like a 45% and Broker is getting 90% of the maximum HP shield. So I think I'm going to give, both of these two heroes are pretty similar, but I'm going to give for the Broker, I'm going to give the point in the first place is going to be for the Broker because of this freeze. Unable to take action, we don't need our defenders to take any kind of action. They just need to block what is coming. And I cannot ignore this talent that is actually giving damage taken, damage reduction to all areas. It is way better from the Regulus, and the shield is bigger from the HP that Regulus is going to get. Also, the Regulus is a hero that you have to it's not defense, but it's not HP, because his ultimate of the Regulus is giving 45% more HP, but in the same time he's also defense. So I don't like this type of mixing the stuffs. On the other side, Broker is pure HP hero, and 1 point I'm going to give for the Broker is he's from the Northrend. That means every periodically get our fraction teams shield equals to 20% of their maximum HP for 20 seconds. So you just need, for example, Isolde, and Broker is going to get this shield, pretty decent one. So this is why I think Broker is going to go on the first place and is going to beat all the other legendary heroes I actually have. I mean, defenders. And I think Regulus and Broker is going to be very strong combo in combination with Uwagwe. Again, this is one of the best tanks in the game. Even though he's not a legendary hero, this is a decent one. Increasing physical damage reduction by 50% and block one more. And this shield 85%. Now Broker have to activate his ultimate and is going to get 90% shield. In the same time, Uwagwe every 11 seconds by passive is going to get this shield, which is insane. And you get this hero for free from the Void Rift. Is insane hero. So yeah, this is my small rank list of all the defenders I have. Let me know in the comments if you switch the places for specific heroes. For example, you may want to go for Regulus on the first place and Broker on the second place, or maybe you going to make some movement over my rank list. Let me know in the comments. I'm curious. I wish you a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new to this channel and you actually enjoy this type of content. And yeah, see you in the next video.